qualifying for double.
Yeah, right.
And the qualifications for double. Because God is doubling up some things on his people. And you didn't understand. You don't quite see the double. You're seeing the other things. I need to explain to you what these other things are and their purpose. Okay. You don't just walk into double.
Yeah.
I have to be honest with you. You go through to get double.
Yeah.
We want the double. We want the double anointing. We want the double blessing. We want the double this. But when I get done today, I want you to understand what you have said.
Yeah.
You need to understand what you expect. Yeah. And then what to do in the process. Amen?
Right.
Isaiah chapter 61 and verse 7. I'm in the King James. It says, for your shame, ye shall have double. And for confusion, they shall rejoice in their portion.
Yeah.
Therefore, in their land, they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them.
Amen.
Qualifying for double. Let me tell you what it means to qualify. It means to be entitled to a particular benefit or privilege by fulfilling a necessary condition. So there's something you have to do in order to get whatever that is. And you have to do it successfully. It means to become officially recognized by satisfying the conditions or requirements. Listen, typically by undertaking a course of study and passing examinations. Somebody say testing.
Testing.
You want the double, but you don't want the test that's going to come with it. But for where God is taking you, I have news for you. Many of us are not being given the opportunity to ask or to say whether or not we want to go through. It is our lot. As believers in Jesus Christ, for what he has called you to do, he's not going to wait for you to be satisfied and to be comfortable. He wants his work done. And it's going to require that we do this. I want to talk quickly about two recipients that we met the qualifications to receive double. Elisha was one of them. He prayed and said he wanted a double portion of the spirit that was resting on Elijah. But we have to understand that in order to get that, he had to give up his own life. He had to decide to follow Elijah everywhere he went. He wanted something better, but he's going to have to give up everything to get it. Do you hear me? All right. He had to sacrifice for it. He was and listen, he didn't like it when people would come up to him and say, you know, today your master's going to be taken from you. You know, Elijah's going to be taken from you. Soon your Lord is going to be taken from you. Elijah's not going to be here. And he would tell him to be quiet. You know, there comes a time where you may even be hearing things that you don't necessarily care to hear. But if you want the double, you're going to have to learn how to tuck it up under. Y'all hear what I'm saying? And keep right on moving. The other person I thought about was Job. Job, the scripture says that he got twice as much at the end of his life. And interestingly enough, that man was the richest man in the East at the beginning of the book. So there's no telling where he was associated or placed after that point. But the thing was, listen, God still wanted Job to speak well of him while he was going through. In Job chapter 42, when he got ready to speak to Job, God said to him, well, actually, he called those three friends over and said, come here, I need to talk to y'all too. And he said to the friends, you all should have kept speaking well of me, just like Job did. Job went through a lot of things, but he kept God in his life where he should have been, and that was first. What happens when people you know and love well want to encourage you to speak ill of the God you serve because they don't understand where God has you for now or what you're going through for now? He had to have enough God in him to know that I'm not going to go along with what you're saying. I love you, my wife, but I understand that there's God that I serve. There is a purpose behind what he is doing, and in the meantime, I will not curse God. But I'm going to love on him and keep on living. So if you want that double, you have to be willing, listen, to even have people who love you speak ill of you. That's if you want double. Interestingly enough about this, they didn't just talk to each other. They were bold enough to come to Job's face and talk to him face to face and tell him how wrong they thought he was. Somebody say double. Y'all think y'all want double, but this is part of what goes along with it. And you got to be willing to take the whole kit and caboodle. You don't pick your pieces out of the puzzle because it'll never be complete. When you keep trying to pick the piece, you like take this out, I don't like that, I'll try to put something else in it. If it's not God's piece, is not going to fit. If it is not God's peace, it will not work. They had to be willing to be falsely accused, because what those young men were saying to Job about himself were just flat out lies. God said to me, you have to outlive the lie. He said outpray the lie. He said outpraise the lie. He said outdance the lie. He said outlove the lie. That's what you're going to have to do if you really want to receive that double. So he is the God of the double, and I want to share that with you. We see that he is the God of the double, but I want you to understand he also doubled punishment. Okay, we need the whole picture, because people are quick to give you the good side, but I need you to understand a complete God. When we are looking here, Isaiah chapter 40, verses 1 and 2 says, comfort ye, my people, saith your God. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem, and cry unto her, that her warfare is accomplished, that her iniquity is pardoned. For she hath received of the Lord's hand double for all her sins. I want to tell you why I've chosen this. Do I need to move somewhere else?
No.
Okay. Let me tell you why I had to read this scripture. It says, comfort ye my people. What this word means is, it's time for the suffering to end.
Yes.
Israel had been so disobedient. And they had done so willingly. God let them know what he wanted them to do. He let them know how he wanted them to live. He made it very clear to them the things that he wanted them to do and the things that he did not want them to do. I gotta stand still. I will put this down.
Go ahead.
It's down in there, don't push it. All right, so he wanted them to know that there's an end to the suffering. He said, you've been through enough. He said, your warfare has been accomplished. This meant that the hard service in Babylon was over. You've been down in Babylon, you've been down here with your enemy. You have been down here because you were a captive. You weren't free. You were bound. You had to do what they said to do. You had to act the way they said to act. You had to serve who they said to serve. But somebody down there remembered that there was a God that they used to live for. There was a God they used to serve. Somebody remembered there's a God that had brought them up out of the land from where they had been and where they needed to return. And so here they are. God is saying to them that, listen, you paid your dues. It is time for you to come up out of this double of this punishment. So I came to tell somebody that you're right where you need to be. We just came out of 2013. 2013, when you look at the number 13, you're looking at judgment, you're looking at punishment, you're looking at corruption. It's the number of rebellion. And when you see these kinds of things, what God was saying to me was, whoever has been through so much, God said you've had enough this time. So I'm here to encourage whoever that is, because now you've come into 2014, and it is the number of the double, and God is going to give you double, because you survived what you went through. You could have quit, you could have cried, you could have left the church, you might have quit, and you might have cried, and you might have left the church, but look where you are right now. Joined us there. God made it very clear to me that it is now time for the double. So let's get ready to wrap this up. Isaiah chapter 61 and verse 7. So here we are looking at him saying, listen, I'm getting ready to bless you. He said, for your shame, you should have double. Who was God talking to? You got to go back to the beginning of chapter 61. The prophet was saying that the Spirit of the Lord is upon me. Hallelujah. He was speaking of who Jesus was. And he began to say the things that Jesus was going to do. And the people who were receiving double were the people who made it through the beginning of this chapter. He said, I've come to the meek. The meek are getting ready to receive double. Not just being humble before God, but you've been extremely patient in the face of injury.